What an amazing game we just watched. PSG defeats Arsenal at the Emirates 1-0. PSG comes at you like an avalanche on a goal on the 4th minute by Ousmane Dembélé. This player is crazy right now. He's crazy good. Everything, every 50-50 is going in, and most of the time he's scoring right now. He scored more goals than Kylian Mbappe this year, more goals than even Rafinha, more goals than Lewandowski. I think he got like 25 goals or something. That's insane right now. And we have to talk about if this season that he's having is worthy of a Ballon d'Or. I think so. Like, I think if they can make it to the final, whether they win it or not, he should be considered as a top three. That's just the numbers are there, the play is there. Now he got injured at the end of the game, but that was an incredible goal that he scored. Not only because it was a goal, right, but or because it was a long distance, but also because he was the one that in the false nine position he worked the middle of the field, made a through pass to Kvaratskhelia coming down the left flank, and actually on a one-on-one with Timber, as soon as Declan Rice kind of tried to double team him, he passed to Dembele, who now he tries to take a hard shot and kind of whiffs on it, but it gets lucky. Like when everything's going in, man, everything's going your way. He hits it with his chin and somehow, some way finds the inside of the post and it goes in. It was a golazo, man. I'm just not gonna lie. I don't know where this guy was when he was playing for Barcelona. I don't know where this guy was against Liverpool when all he needed was it's just a tap in on a freaking pass that Messi gave to him, and it was just a wide open goal, and he cannot score to save his life, and now he's scoring bangers from outside the box. Like, what the hell, man? Like, it's so frustrating. And I think every Barca fan, let me know if you felt frustrated after that goal, because you can just see the kind of poise that he's playing right now, and this PSG team is playing on another level. And this PSG team is a freaking avalanche. I gotta say it looks scary. The only thing that doesn't scare me is their lack of goals, because it happened against Aston Villa. It happened against Liverpool. They just ran through the team and they just could not put it away. They ran through Arsenal tonight and it just could not put it away. At the end of the day, it's still 1-0. Arsenal is still within reach. It's still there within a goal. All they need to do is go out and score one goal in Paris. So to me, I think like if I was a PSG fan, I would be feeling like okay, we won the game, but we really could have closed this thing out by like at least another goal. Gonzalo Ramos came in the second half. He had just like literally a one-on-one. There was on an island by himself. Like everybody thought he was offside. It turns out he wasn't. He was onside, and somehow, some way, he finds a way to just kind of like hits it wide and it hits the upper post, and that was an incredible opportunity to put this game away. Also, Dewey had another chance. I think Kvaratskhelia had another chance. A couple of chances that just keep slipping and keep slipping and keep slipping for this PSG team, and it just kind of seems like it's a theme for this team. And but one thing I have to say, the one thing I'd like to say about what happened in this game, and I've said it on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, Varsa Volume, you can go follow me. And I said about this last week on the last time that we're playing the Champions League. I said Real Madrid is lucky that they got eliminated by Arsenal. This PSG team would have destroyed Real Madrid. They would have freaking blacked out. This would have been like a 6-0 game. I am not freaking lying. The way that this team plays is just insane. Let's take a look at some of these lineups. Let's take a look at some of the things about this game and a few things that I noticed. The very first thing that we need to notice is and we need to see is the one thing I said about this game on another show, Football Mania. When they asked me what I thought the score was, I thought the Arsenal would win tonight, but I thought that they were gonna lose the series. So for me, I think not having Partey, having Odegaard and Mikel Merino down the middle, I think that was a really weak midfield. Remember, Trossard was the one who was playing over Partey because Partey had accumulation, so he was suspended for tonight's game. So that means Mikel Merino had to play as a midfielder instead of the false nine position. I thought that was a huge drop. And as far as you know what you're looking on the other side when you're looking at people like the names of Vitinha, when you're looking at the names of Ruiz, Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Duserdui. I mean, this is just insane lineup against this really organized Arsenal team. But at the same time, when the rubber needed to meet the road, who was better was PSG because Kvaratskhelia, not only with the assist, but he was a force to be reckoned with down the left flank, and Timber just couldn't deal with him. And all night, and I thought after that goal from Dembele, actually it was Kvaratskhelia who makes a really good individual play against Timber and Saliba, and I think Saliba makes a mistake, who has been making mistake game after game after game. He's holding on to him, and Kvaratskhelia, to his credit, tries to sell the PK. But I don't know if he oversold it, but the referee didn't have the guts to call him, and that is a clear cut penalty that would have ended the series. I'm just gonna be honest. If it would have been 2-0 at that point at the Emirates, just pack it up and go home. Just don't even get out. Just don't even get on the plane because there's no point for you playing the second leg against this incredible team. Now, it wasn't all lost for Arsenal. I thought Declan Rice still had a good game, but it was just on an island. Odegaard, I couldn't even know he was there. You know, Mikel Merino had a few plays. He had that one play where he actually scored. And we need to talk a little bit about their formations. Like on every single set piece, you can see that they have really mastered some sort of unorthodox lineups. It looks like an NFL game or something when they're lining up in a certain way with their patterns and stuff like that. And it almost worked. They were all offside. They rushed onside, but Mikel Merino was a little bit late. He got a header on it. He actually scored, but they called it off because he was just barely offside. So it was a little bit unlucky there for Arsenal. I think Arsenal just kept missing a lot of chances. I think Martinelli was terrible tonight. I think he had a few chances where he just skyrocketed the shots, and I think 2 3 shots he just went skyrocketed, and then some other ones were just on target. But Donnarumma was always there, and Donnarumma was one of the best players tonight. As you can see, the best of the match was Vitinha, but to me, the player of the match should have been Donnarumma. Did you see what he saved on Trossard in the second half? With the tip of his fingers, one on one, he shoots cross, and somehow, some way, Donnarumma is able to dive low. And like the commentator said, it's not about just diving low; it's the timing and actual be able to stop it was a big shot that he took, and Donnarumma stopped it. And I think Donnarumma saved PSG from like 3 or 4 goals tonight. I do think that Arsenal, it's a little disappointing on Arsenal side because even after all not having Partey, even after all the avalanche, but they seem like they weathered the storm in the first half. Like I said, PSG came in like an avalanche, but they seem to weather the storm. They actually had some chances with Martinelli. They have some chances with Saka, some chances with Trossard, and just couldn't put it in the back of the net. And that was in big part from huge saves from Donnarumma. And let me know down in the comments, do you guys think that Donnarumma right now is the best goalkeeper in the world? I really love to know you guys' opinion. And one more thing, if you're all my Barca fans out there, can you tell me if you actually believe that Barcelona can beat this team? I think so. I think that this series is basically over. Now, is it possible that Arsenal can still come back? Yes. Is it likely? No. I don't think it's very likely, even with Partey coming back in the second game. I think it's just too much. I think PSG has another goal at home, and even if Arsenal scores a goal, I think it would take an incredible night, maybe another banger from Declan Rice from a free kick or something crazy like that, to be able to overcome what they dug themselves into right now. That is just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts. But Joao Neves, what a game! Deserdoui, what a game. Dembele, now he's injured. That is the problem with Dembele. It didn't look serious. Let's hope that he can get back in the second game, the second leg, because if you want to watch and I want to see the best against the best, I don't think it's even gonna matter. Even if Dembele doesn't play that game, I think still PSG has a team that is just incredible right now. Mendes, I didn't really see any about him. Pacho was good. Marquinhos was good. Hakimi was great. This team, man, they just outrun everything. They just run for everything. That's the difference between this PSG team and the Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, they don't have any people who can press. They don't have anyone who can, uh, you know, get ball recoveries besides Jude Bellingham trying to do it all. But basically what he did in the Clasico game. So, but let me know. I think Arsenal can still, if it's 1-0, it's still there to be taken, to be had. And that's all in part for PSG not being able to put this game away, but that's really what they do. They play really great. They play, like I said, they against Liverpool, they did the same thing. They ended up losing the first leg, so I think they're a little bit of a better team away from home is kind of what I heard. So we'll see what they can do at home, and Arsenal can still get back into this because that it was all in part because of PSG. They let him off the hook. They could have just closed it out, but at the same time, you can say that Arsenal had deserved the tie because Donnarumma saved a lot of chances that were basically goals, and had a other keeper been there, probably that would be a goal. So let me know down in the comments though. I am so excited for tomorrow, Barcelona Inter Milan, and my thoughts on that game is Barcelona wins tomorrow 2-0.